You stare at your glowing screen with a heavy heart. Every single commit feels like a massive gamble with your sanity. The grand promises of AI automation have slowly turned into a bitter lie. Your once beautiful project is now a ship sinking rapidly under its very own weight.
You expected a brilliant partner, but you got a chaotic crowd. Every time you step away, the codebase shifts and cracks. You spend your mornings untangling complex logic that worked perfectly just yesterday. You're drowning in a deep, unforgiving sea of context that simply vanishes the very moment you look away from the screen.
You watch your AI assistants rewrite functions for absolutely no reason. It feels like you're rapidly losing control of your own creation. This constant, grinding friction is the hidden tax of the modern developer. Let these mindless agents loose in the same codebase, and they'll blindly overwrite your critical database migrations just because they lacked shared context.
So, why do they keep colliding? Your immense frustration is actually a perfectly rational response to systemic digital amnesia. It's exactly like hiring a brand new employee every few hours. You expect them to master months of specialized work instantly, but instead they act like a confused new hire repeatedly grabbing the wrong file off a shared desk.
Section 1, an ancient management riddle.
The struggle you face today is not a technical glitch. Large organizations face this exact collision when an ambitious enterprise pulls a dozen separate divisions onto one unified platform. You're watching a massive corporate disaster unfold on a single desk. Stop treating your agents like they're magical, omniscient beings. Treat them instead like a rowdy team of talented, energetic interns who desperately need structure and clear labels to actually function.
If you provide no guardrails, they will absolutely collide today. They'll blindly override each other and completely ignore your primary goals. You must step up and become the absolute filter for all their interactions. You're evolving from a lone coder into a master symphony conductor, and the beautiful music of this complex system depends entirely on your steady, guiding hand. Section 2, the 5 rules of structure. Principle 1 is the law of the Singleton Source. Keep one copy of what cannot be copied. Duplication is the primary cause of logic drift and error in any system. When multiple agents have different versions of truth, they'll fiercely fight each other. Centralizing your core state is your absolute defense against the inevitable, creeping chaos of a rapidly splintering architecture. You must protect this singleton with your life today. If 2 agents need the exact same data, you provide one access point. This brilliantly forces a single point of truth for everyone involved. Conflict instantly arises when the truth becomes a moving target, so you have to secure that one authoritative file to keep the new hire from blindly grabbing the wrong document. Principle 2 is the Explicit Handoff Protocol. Label every handoff before the fatal collision happens. A beautifully detailed note is completely useless if the wrong agent reads it. You need to precisely name the fast-moving lanes of your project right now. Tell the agent exactly which lane it belongs in today, ensuring the right worker effortlessly picks up the right file. Never assume the AI knows its own proper place. They are temporary workers with absolutely zero memory of yesterday. These labels are literally the only memory that actually survives your coding sessions. Without clear and intentional naming, every single intersection quickly becomes a tragic, time-consuming site of digital wreckage. Principle 3 is the architectural boundary mandate. Split the codebase and add very strict boundaries. If you want multiple writers, you must give them separate rooms. Don't ever let 2 agents edit one single function simultaneously. You must clearly define exactly where one agent ends and another begins to stop them from constantly stepping on each other's toes. These boundaries create the safety needed for true automated scaling. Without these hard edges, you're just inviting a massive digital riot. Professional software development has always heavily relied on this kind of strict isolation to survive. Give each agent a specific, fenced-in garden to tend, which massively reduces your cognitive load and keeps them from watering each other's weeds. Principle 4 is the context synthesis cycle. Let your tools write and tidy their own notes. This empowers your next coding session to instantly grasp the project's history won. You must actively facilitate this vital process of constant internal summary. A tightly summarized history helps the new hire easily bridge the terrifying empty gap of the missing yesterday. However, you must still heavily supervise the quality of these summaries. Ensure the summary clearly contains the why and not just the what.
This creates a powerful narrative thread for the very next agent to pick up. The tidying process prevents the context from becoming a swamp, keeping the shared desk totally clean for the next shift to arrive. Principle 5 is the master-director paradigm. You must decide exactly which agent reads which specific handoff. These tools absolutely cannot decide their own assignments or unique roles. You are the only entity holding the full, overarching project history in your mind. You must boldly act as the primary, uncompromising supervisor of the shared desk. Do not leave the files blindly scattered for incoming agents. Place the correct file directly in the agent's digital hand. Your active direction is the missing link in this modern automation workflow. You absolutely cannot automate the complex management of the automation itself, because every single decision must pass through your human lens of long-term intent.
Section 3. Becoming the master conductor.
You're not failing. You're simply learning a new craft. You will survive this massive shift by wielding timeless discipline, structured guardrails, and internal clarity. The intense friction you feel is just the necessary price of your growth. You have successfully survived every previous major shift in software technology, and you will undoubtedly master this one by being the most organized mind in the room. It's time for you to finally take the wheel. Start labeling your specific lanes before the sun goes down today. Your future self will deeply thank you for the sudden burst of order. The chaos will definitively end the moment your proactive management begins. Step fully into your power and embrace this incredible new responsibility to shape your workflow. You are the critical bridge between raw intelligence and finished products. The tools provide the power, but you provide the soul. Don't let the lack of machine memory break your human spirit. Use these ancient rules to effortlessly tame your brand new machines. Your unique value and deep expertise have literally never been higher than they are at this very moment. Trust the process and firmly hold the line on your boundaries. Your code is a direct reflection of your own internal clarity. Let that clarity shine brightly through every labeled handoff you create. The machines will dutifully follow the strict paths you lay out for them, and the beautiful music will finally start to play across your entire codebase. The tools are new, but your discipline must be timeless.